Welcome back to Grab the Remote. Your host, Jared from the Grab Some Popcorn podcast, here to do a review for you. Today I've got episode 7 of Fallout Season 2. So let's get right into it. Episode 7 opens up with what appears to be a dream, but it's obviously a real memory, showing Sarah running through the woods, trying to escape before being stopped by a Brotherhood of Steel soldier who gets kamikazed. From this flashback, we learn that Sarah escaped with her mother, who was killed during their journey, and that Sarah illegally crossed into America. It's a strong opener, though I'm still hoping we get more depth to her story as the season wraps up. We then return to Lucy following the chaos from the last episode, and things feel more controlled, at least on the surface. Lucy questions her father about how the mind control device works, but she's clearly not satisfied with his answers. She announces she's shutting the program down and bringing him home. Hank tells her the only way to do that is by destroying the mainframe in the basement, and the two head down there. It still feels like Hank is manipulating Lucy and trying to keep her aligned with his brainwashed army. Back with Maximus, Thaddeus, Cooper, and Dogmeat, the group is traveling towards the Lucky 38 casino. Cooper realizes that they aren't prepared for what's ahead. He also realizes that Max has the cold fusion tech and questions him at gunpoint. Once he's satisfied with Max's explanation, they continue forward. We get a flashback of Cooper speaking with Sarah, where she asks him how someone could get placed in a vault or land a job with Vault-Tec. This sheds some light on how she may eventually made her way inside, even though we still don't know the full story. Before the flashback ends, Cooper meets with a woman who tells him the president of the United States is in Vegas and that he should deliver the cold fusion tech to him. Back with the group, they enter a weapons bunker. Cooper explains that nothing in the wasteland is free. If Max wants help reaching Lucy, he'll eventually have to give up the cold fusion. Cooper also reveals a set of power armor, implying that Max will need it for what's coming next. Soon after, they arrive on the Las Vegas Strip with the entire city watching in awe. As the crowd gathers behind them, Max and Cooper head down towards the Deathclaws. Meanwhile, Lucy continues to come to terms with her father's methods, but she becomes increasingly disturbed when one of the workers doesn't remember meeting her, a clear sign that people's memories and identities are being erased. Lucy steals Hank's Pip-Boy, handcuffs him to a stove, and heads down to the mainframe herself. Over with Norm, who was previously knocked out earlier in the episode, he gets awakened by another vault dweller, and he sends out a SOS broadcast over the radio before being confronted by Ronnie and the vault members that are following behind him. It feels like the vault conflict is finally coming to a breaking point. At Chet and Sarah's wedding, Chet shocks everyone by calling off the marriage and exposing Sarah's real identity, claiming that she's over 200 years old and Canadian. The revelation throws the vault in chaos, and Sarah runs off as everything spirals. Back in New Vegas, we finally get the showdown we've been waiting for. Maximus in power armor versus the Deathclaws. The fight is brutal and fast. Max manages to take one down, but the second one leaves him completely overwhelmed as Cooper heads inside the Lucky 38. In the final scenes, Lucy reaches the mainframe and discovers the mind control device is powered by a congresswoman's preserved head. This is someone that we saw earlier in the season. Meanwhile, Cooper activates Mr. House's computer and appears to bring him back online. With the season finale up next, it feels like all the storylines are about to collide, and I'm expecting some major confrontations and big payoffs. As far as this episode, I thought it was pretty good. A lot of narrative being, driving the episode, and everything's about to come to a head next episode. So I'm really looking forward to it. The season has been great, and I just hope they end it off with a bang. Hopefully you enjoyed this review. It was pretty short, but definitely go more in depth next week with all the storylines wrapping up. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you thought of the review and the episode. And we'll see you next week.